Jim in Lockport, Illinois, watching Free Speech TV on DirecTV. Hey, Jim, what's on your mind today?
How you doing today, Tom?
Great. What's up?
Actually, I wanted to talk a little bit about Bernie and the black community. One of the things I know we got a little flack for the Black Lives Matter issue, but one of the things I'd like to see Bernie and all politicians actually on the Democratic side. I think I mentioned this with the Hispanic community, is that the onus is a little bit on them too. And the meaning, what I mean by that is that if they don't get out and vote, they can't make the changes that are necessary.
They being African Americans?
And the Latinos.
Okay.
But the African American community, if they don't get out and vote, one of the positive things that happened in Ferguson this year, or actually with that shooting, and let me tell you, this might be the only positive, is that the black community was energized.
Right.
They got out and voted, and they changed their town legislature slightly. And this is something that takes time, but it was a positive move.
Yeah.
And that goes with the Latinos. They're talking about immigration reform. I still feel that they set immigration reform back maybe 5 to 10 years because they gave the Senate to the Republicans.
Right.
If you want to make change, the only way to make change is via the vote. We are all equal. And another thing, Tom, is I'd like to see us get away from the use of racial discrimination. I think that is a bad narrative. I think we should use the word ethnic discrimination. Why? Maybe if we get away from racial discrimination and use the word ethnic, maybe we'll realize we're all one on this planet.
Well, it's nice to say that we're all one on this planet, but, look at what's happening to black people across this country at the hands of police, at the hands of banksters, at the hands of real estate agents, at the hands of the business community. Look at what's happening to Native Americans. I mean, a Native American just was found dead in his jail cell, just like Sandra Bland. I'm going to rant about that a little bit. I think that as long as you've got the Klan protesting in South Carolina, or anywhere else for that matter, that you've got to, we need to be talking about race. I just, it would be very nice, Jim, I think, to be post-racial and, ethnic. But ethnic, I mean, Italians and Greeks and Irish have the same problem that blacks do? No. African Americans are facing they can't, you can't assimilate. If society is all about white power structures, then people who can't essentially pass as white, because there was a time in this country when Italians and when Irish specifically were not considered white people, and in the eyes of the Klan, Jews are not considered white people. It's really all about whiteness, I think, it's really all about race, is what it comes down to. Am I making sense, Jim?
Yeah, Tom, you are. But like I said, I think if we got away from the narrative of race and ethnic discrimination, I think by changing the tone a little bit, maybe people will soften up to the idea that maybe we are all one. Tom, it may take many, many years to do that, but it's possible.
I think it's going to take a couple generations. But and I think, Jim, we need to do structural stuff right away, which is a variation on reparations, which means returning to the Great Society, what Lyndon Johnson started. Jim, thanks for the call.